How to create the life you want to live. What I see. How do you create the life that you want to live, the life you want to have, the life you want to experience, the life you want your children to have, and the life you will want your children to have in the future? It's a happy rainy Wednesday here in New Jersey. Good morning, my cousins. Welcome and shout out to all of our new remnant cousins. I absolutely love you. I adore you. Thank you so much for your love and your support. So we're gonna talk about the life you want to have. Have I ever shown you guys my first published book that is being that I'm republishing, because I published my first book with a publisher, but I'm redoing it myself, which is something I should have done years and years ago that I never did, which is probably why I wasn't able to retire at 40, okay? I wasn't able to retire. I'm 46 and I'm 6 years behind when I wanted to retire, okay? So this is my first book, Praying for Our Children. I do have the new cover. I just can't find it right now. But anyways, in this book, I documented my life as a teen mom, having a baby at 16, getting pregnant at 16. I had no business having sex. But I was given the option when my aunt found out I was pregnant. I was given the option to either have the baby or not have the baby. And I made the choice to have my daughter because, as my father in the faith would later say, you already committed a sin making the baby. Let's not do another one and not have the baby, if you know what I mean, but bring the baby, bring the children into the world. Okay. So I documented my life being a teenage mom, and then finding out that my daughter was special needs very early on because she just wasn't hitting her marks. Thank God for Dr. Carson. God bless his soul. And you just started the procedures of going through the child study team and getting all these tests done and doing the neurological tests. Hello, Amanda Seals, and doing this test and that test and this x-ray and that x-ray, blah blah blah, and getting her into a program that will help her to live the best life she possibly could live as a special needs um young adult. Okay. And so I remember one time I was just crying and, oh, my baby, and put myself through college at the same time. And I remember the Holy Spirit speaking to me, and he said, you're sitting in a pile of dung. You have two options. You can rot, or you can make a beautiful flower garden. And I chose to make a beautiful flower garden out of my life as a I remember I was like 19, 20, having my own studio apartment, putting myself through school, trying to get Lexi the help that she needed. And I decided to make a beautiful flower garden. As a matter of fact, I have a book I wrote that I haven't published yet, that I need to publish. Lexi's going to be 30 this year. I need to publish that book. Okay. And so in creating the life you want to have, it's not accidental. There are some things that might happen accidentally, but you have to plan it out. For example, I wanted to retire at 40. I was just going to work 10 years and then I'm going to retire because at 10 years you're vested in the pension. Well, 10 years happened, and guess what? I didn't have enough money to retire because my hopes and my prayer was all the books that I have written at that time, that my books were going to be number one bestsellers. My books are going to hit like Joel Osteen, and is they're all going to be number one bestsellers. And yes, honey, I'm going to be a multi-millionaire based on my books, and it's just going to happen for me. Well, I got 40, didn't happen, and as I said, 46, and it still hasn't happened where I'm able to live off of my books. Granted, please understand, I do have a wonderful husband. Saturday will be 11 years we are married, and my husband is sole provider. He provides for us. I've been married 11 years, and I have never paid a bill in this house. Never, not one time. Okay, I don't know what it's like to pay a mortgage, a light bill, I don't. Okay, my husband provides for us. And so, reading in the comments about the whole maternity leave, and the woman in the Facebook group, thank you to that one person. I need to give her a shout out because she's the only one, well, maybe one or two other people that caught what I said about the maternity leave, and it was posted in the group that there's this place, I think I don't remember where, it looked like New York, where you can go after you have your baby at a hospital or wherever. You can go to this place for a price for a week, 2 weeks, or a month, just to relax, unwind, rest, and just enjoy. And so the Black women were complaining that it wasn't fair because it was posted in a Black wife group, that it wasn't fair because Black women are not able to afford it. And then I asked about, what did you think, and so on and so forth. And we're talking about going back to work. Shout out to Dudra. Hey, Dudra. 2469. She said, I believe she's speaking on a particular post and not saying all white women can afford this treatment. The Black women that respond to the post are the ones generalized that only white women can afford said treatment. Dudra, could you please email me so I can send you a book? Any of my books, any book you want, you can have it. Right. Because in the video I said there's a post going around. I think it's an advertisement. They're posting in groups. Oh, shoot. I forgot. Meeting a financial advisor at 9:30. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm back, y'all. That was our financial advisor checking in because your girl is retiring in a few short years. Your girl is retiring in a few short years. Your girl is retiring in a few short years. My husband, he's just waiting for me. He's like, I'm not going to be in the house all by myself. All right. So we're talking about how to, I forgot where I left off. I should have noted it. How to have the life that you want to have. You have to create it. It's not going to happen on accidents. I'm not going to retire by 40 just by Janice. You was just waiting and hoping and praying that my book sales were going to hit, but it just didn't happen. But thankfully, I started planning for my retirement when I was 24 years old. So technically, even though I didn't retire when I was 40, I've been planning, creating the type of life I want to have. When my first job out of college, I started investing in my retirement in a 401k at the job that I have at the time. So in order for you to create the type of life you have to create it. You have to plan it out. It's not just gonna happen. Some people win the lottery, but in 5 or 7 years, they are broke. Why? Because they never sat down and learned about money, learn about finances, and have a plan for their life. A lot of women come in my comments and get in your feelings and in your emotions when I say a husband is a choice. You guys, some of you, not all, some women, not my cousins, because I when I read a comment, I know if this person's been here for a while, and I know the newbies. Okay, you get it. You A lot of you new ladies that come over here in your feelings because you didn't choose a husband, right, that could provide for you. My dad told me that a husband is a choice, right? A husband is a choice. And he said the least a husband can do for you is put a roof over your head and food on your table. So right there, I had a plan. I had a plan for my marriage and my life. And the plan was, do not choose a husband, do not marry a husband who is not able to put a roof over your head, food on your table, independent of you. So any man I dated or met who needed my income to put a roof over my head and food on my table while I'm supposed to submit to him, I already knew that is not the plan I want for my life. One of my favorite scriptures, Habakkuk 2:2. Write the vision and make it plain. And see, a lot of you have not written a vision for your life and made it plain. I had a baby at 16. How many of you know that that was not God's plan for my life, and neither was I planning to have a baby at 16. So the second time around, I say I'm going to do it right. I'm going to listen to my father in the faith. I'm going to believe God. I'm going to live my life, create the life you want to have in according to the word of God. I'm going to be a virtuous woman. I'm going to be feminine. I'm going to be soft. I'm going to be a wise woman. I am going to choose the best husband for me. And then we plan the baby. As a matter of fact, my husband and I, we sat down and we said, based on our income, based on the type of life we want to have, we can only afford 2 more babies. How many of you have sat down when you got married or before you got married and plan how many kids you can afford? Not have, but can you afford? How many kids can you afford to give a comfortable life? And what does that mean? For me, my husband provides, protects. That means he's going to the best schools that we can afford around here. 9 years ago, daycare was $700 a month. I don't know how the girls these days afford it. I'm hearing $1,500, $2,000 a month for daycare. That plan for my life and my children included, I want my kids to go to private school. I like having 8 kids in a class, or 10 or 12 the most in a class. I like being able to text the teacher and she texts me right back. The plan for my children. I want my children to go to the best schools we can afford around here. I want to be able to send my kids to private school. My husband pay about $10,000 a year for this little precious boy to go to a private Christian school. That does not include summer camp. I want to be able, the life I want to be able to have is I want my husband and I to pay for him to go to college so he will not be in debt. He will not graduate college, or he will not be one of these kids out here who said, I can't afford to go to college because college is too expensive. You had 18 years to plan. So the plan for my life, for my children, is this boy, we will pay for him to go to college. And we have the Dave Ramsey mindset when it comes to college. There's lots of colleges right here in New Jersey. You don't have to go out of state unless you get a full scholarship and they go pay for everything. But if you excuse me, if you stay in the state of New Jersey, whichever college you choose, we will pay for it. and you will graduate with no debt. And if you want to go on to get your master's, mommy and daddy will pay for it, and you will graduate with no debt. And if you decide you want to go get a doctorate or go to medical school, we will pay for it, and you will graduate with no debt. That is the plan I want for my children. So that meant I needed to choose a husband that will afford me the ability and the opportunity to live a comfortable life, send my kids to private school, and pay for their college education. And, and, and we want to be able to buy him his first home. That's the plan I have and I want for my life. We wanted to have two. We said we can afford 2 more babies. No, we sat down. We wrote it out. We wrote the numbers out. Based on our income, we can afford comfortably 2 more babies. Send them to pay for daycare, send them to private school all the way to high school, elementary school, high school, private, all the way, and pay for them to go to college. Based on the plan I have for my life, I want to be able to live a comfortable life. What does that mean for me? A comfortable life for Janice means I live in a modest home. 11 years ago, my husband could afford a $500,000 house. I chose a $250,000 house. And 11 years later, that house is past $500,000 in equity. A comfortable life means for me, I don't care about $5,000 shoes or $20,000 purses, because when I go to the store, Marshalls, Burlington's, and all of them, Target, I look for the clearance sale. That's where I'm going. If it's not on clearance, girl, I don't buy it. It has to be extremely important. Not underwear. You need underwear, undershirts, and stuff. Those don't go on sale. I'm not going to spend $10,000 to buy no shoes. Because 2024, I am under 50 years old, and I can put $8,000 in my Roth IRA for my retirement. I don't have $10,000 shoes taste. I don't have $20,000 pocketbook taste. Especially when you ain't got no savings and investments in retirement. And yeah, girl, I shop clearance. But when I log in and look at our retirement account and see 0, 0, 0, 0, all them zeros, yeah, I am living the life I create. Maybe the life you want to create for yourself is the $5,000 shoe. I saw a girl on Facebook, she's selling shoes and purses because she got laid off, have no savings. And telling people, I paid this much for these shoes. You want to lowball me, give me $250. Yeah, you better take it for $250, because you're about to get evicted because you don't have any savings. Creating the type of life I want to have. We live in a modest home. We drive one truck, brand new, but it's one truck. Granted, my husband works in the city, and we have a light rail. When I bought this house, I said, we only 5 minutes away from the light rail. Multiple sources of transportation. So my husband could walk down the street, get on the light rail, and he don't get out till he gets to Manhattan. So he don't need a truck. I need a truck because I'm here driving around, picking up the kids from school, supermarkets, so on and so forth. Creating the type of life I want to have means that I need to choose the husband that can give me the type of life I want to have. I wanted a husband that will put diamonds on my fingers and not diamond dust. See, I don't want the shoe and I don't want the pocketbook, but girl, I need the diamonds on my fingers. I don't need the bands and I don't need the whatever, but baby, for 10 years, he put a ruby on my finger because I multiplied our money so much. So, based on the type of life you want to have, ma'am, you need to create it. It's not going to happen on accidents. So, for the ladies in my comments crying about average income and medium income, you create the life you want to have. If you want to choose a husband that has an average income, then you need to create the life you want to have around the average income. If you choose a husband that has the medium income, then you create the life around the medium income you want to have. In my husband profile course, I had one lady lives in California, and she said that man, he got make at least $500,000 a year. But then there was a young girl that lived in the Midwest, and she said, "Well, I only need him to make 50." And we was like, 50? Girl, I could eat $50,000 by myself. And then I was like, wait, you live in the Midwest. See, you live in the Midwest, you can survive on 50. You live in New York, girl, you can't survive on $50,000 in New York or California. So based on the type of life you want to have, ladies, you must create. The problem is a lot of people do not know the type of life you want to have. This is why Habakkuk said, write the vision. Write out the type of life you want to have. I did that. If you read this Moments of Gratitude, was me praying for my husband, believing God for my husband, journals that I wrote. Anybody in the comments that read this book can testify that I would leave my house every day, confess, I'm going to meet my husband today. I have a good husband. My husband's providing for me and protecting me. So because I had a plan for my life and a vision for my life, guess what? I didn't fall in love with no broke Dusty. I didn't choose no Pookie, Rary, and Tyro. I knew exactly at least the income I needed him to make. And if I met a man that didn't at least have that, bye! Why? It didn't match the vision and the plan I had for my life. And let me just say, my husband married me and never asked for W-2, how much money I make, how much money I'm bringing to the table. He said, I don't need you for your money. He said, I make more than enough money to take care of us. You want some money? You need something? But I asked him for his W-2. I asked him for his retirement. I say, take me over there to HR and let me see. You want to marry me? Let me see the W-2, sir. Let me see your savings. Let me see your retirement. Took me down to, I forgot I did this. He said, baby, you forgot. You asked to take it down to that. Took him down to his bank. Told the man, let me see them savings. Why? I knew the plan, the vision I had for my life. And he did too. See, it's not one-sided, ladies. This is why we don't run men down, because it's not one-sided. While you have a plan and a vision for your life, he had a plan and vision for him too, and what he wanted in his life. So based on the type of life you want to have, please stop being a victim. Please stop whining and complaining. Please stop making excuses. Create the vision for the plan for the type of life you want to have and act accordingly. It's the same thing like eating, right? So my doctor, she's been my doctor since 60. She said, I don't believe in diets. Diets don't work. She said, you need to learn how to eat properly, which is why I'm 47 and I'm still the way I am. Sure, I've gained a few pounds. I am getting older, but I still fit my clothes from high school. Maybe a little tight. Some things may be a little tight. Why? I have a plan for how I eat. My whole pregnancy, the GYN says you need to gain 40 pounds. I say, I don't think so. I'm not. The most I'm going to gain is 10 pounds because my doctor, she gave me the plan. She said, eat like this your whole pregnancy. And I guarantee you, you're not going to gain a lot of weight. And I sure did. I gained 8 pounds my whole pregnancy. I was 155 when I got pregnant. And I was 151 when I got home. I lost weight from having the baby. So you need a plan. The Bible is a plan for your life. Live your life according to the Bible. What is the plan for your money? The plan for our money in this house is of every increase, we give a tenth plus an offering to the Lord. Even my kids, little Michael, he's 9, just turned 9, and he knows every money I need to give the Lord something. And let me tell you, God has blessed this little boy. Everything needs a plan. Your teeth need a plan. Go to the dentist twice a year. Your eyes need a plan. Don't sit in front of the TV watching TV. Get off the phone. Everything in your life needs a plan. Alexia, as a special needs young woman, she has a plan that she has to live by and abide by. She has a plan with her day programs. She has a plan with the state. And every month they call to check, how's Alexia? So the reason why a lot of you women are wishy-washy and stuff's not happening and you're whining and complaining is because you have not sat down and create a plan for the life you want to live. You cannot choose a bum, a Dusty, a Pookie, a Ray Ray, a Tyrone, a Mr. Builder Upper, Mr. Fixer Upper, Mr. Homosexual, Mr. Nurse or Purse, and then whine and complain that they are not being what you think they should be when you chose a man that he can't be that. Choosing abusive man, I don't understand why people think I'm saying because you choose an abuser, then you deserve to be abused. That's not what I'm saying. When you choose an abusive man, you know that was beating your ass before you marry him, beat his other 2 or 3 girlfriend, but for some reason you think he changed. No, he's an abuser. This is why I say over and over, abusers abuse, liars lie, thieves steal, criminals like Shirley Strawberry husband are criminals. That's why she said, I thought you said you're done with this type of life. No, he's not. He's a criminal. That is who he is. He's been committing crime since he's a child, 15 years old. That's why he's 60, still committing crimes. He's a criminal. So ladies, again, and brothers, create the life you want to have. You have to sit down, think it through, pick up my journal here, Moments of Gratitude. I'm going to write a journal for this and create the life you want to have. And this is what the husband profile is all about. For you ladies who have taken the husband profile, you can testify that the husband profile is a plan. So if you meet this tall, good drinking, tall drink of water, and he broke at 40, no retirement, no savings, no investments, living with his mama, how many of you know that that man does not fit into your plan? So you drop him and move along. I got to go. I got to go, girl. I got to go. I got to go. I love you. I adore you. Let me know. Have you created a plan for your life? Or are you like this in the wind? A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. He's like a chaff blowing to and fro in the wind, and that person will have nothing from God. Write the plan. When the doctors told me Lexi not gonna talk, Lexi can't do math, Lexi not gonna read, you know what I did? I got the Bible and I held it up to God. You said by your stripes she is healed. You said the fruit of my womb is blessed. And I want it. I got to go, girl. I love you. I love you. I adore you. Thank you for your love and support. Let me know. I haven't done a live in forever. I need to do a live. Isn't it shameful? I know, girl. I know. But I'm going to do a live. All right. I love you. I love you, my darlings. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know what you think. What you think. I love you. Mwah! My books are on Amazon. Girl, help me to retire. 52. I'll be retiring in 7 years. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I adore you. I adore you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Bye.